What's up, you guys? It is Sunday. It is typically my rest day, but I figured I wanted to do a quick 15-minute ab workout while I talk through how I got my 6-pack or even my 8-pack when I was down to 6% body fat, and my strategies behind core as well. So let's just hit first set for now. So let's start off hot. Do some hanging leg raises. My machine here is pretty crap, to be honest. Or not crap, but it just wobbles a lot. So I feel like I can't get too stable of leg raises this way. So I only do a couple just to get primed. But because it's not stable, I sway a lot more here, which is kind of annoying. And I can't get my legs to the bar compared to where I can at a gym. So just get a couple reps. I think that was 6 to 8. I'm gonna burn out a lot more this way because this is a lot more stable. So I'm able to flex my core a lot more. Okay. I like to work in 3 different core movements into a superset. Then we'll do a quick rest. Some bicycle kicks. Now I'm gonna finish with a hollow hold. But the problem is, normally I have a timer. Oh, we'll call that set 1. So while I rest, I'll say that the biggest thing that has helped me kind of define my core over the past few years and keep it consistently at a 6-pack, I'd say, is nutrition. So I'm pretty light. I'm a smaller dude, and I only weigh about 148 pounds. But if you want to maintain abs throughout the year, you got to be either eating your maintenance calories or it's some sort of a deficit. Typically when I'm on a bulk, I still maintain somewhat of like a 4 or 6-pack. But when I lean out, which is what I'm trying to do now, oh my God, my cardio is bad. But when I'm trying to lean out, which I am right now, leading into contact, trying to get that 6 or 8-pack again, I'm on a slight deficit just because it'll start to show your core a lot more. Nutrition is definitely the major part in it. Like honestly, I don't even train core that much. I know a lot of my movements require core, so it's kind of engaged there. But a lot of it comes down to nutrition, and my nutrition's super consistent, which is why I'm able to maintain abs year round. But it is important to isolate and train core as well. But every time I was in powerlifting, deadlift, squat require a lot of core. Like I think it's Eddie Hall is one of the bigger guys, of course. He's really strong, doesn't isolate core, but he actually has a really strong and somewhat defined core, even though he's a bigger guy. And that's just because he lifts so heavy with squat and deadlift. But of course, as you see with calisthenics, naturally, it requires a lot of core as well. But the progressive overload isn't to the same extent as powerlifting, in my experience. Like powerlifting, you're able to load more weight and progressively overload. Whereas with calisthenics, abs are usually like the secondary mover, and compared to like, everyone sees handstands or front levers and think it's so much core, but handstands are just all shoulder, front levers all lats. But it's so common to look at it and think how much core is involved. Even a human flag is mostly the shoulder pressing and the lat pulling down as well. But I don't really feel my core on a human flag. I know it's something people still look at and think about, but for me, maybe it's because my core's strong, but I never really felt the issue with core in a human flag. But as far as isolating movements go, it is important, at least for me, now that I only train calisthenics, to do isolated core exercises once in a while, just to maintain that level of conditioning and strength. We're going to set 2. Oh man, already set 2, I'm burning out. But again, like the hanging form looks so bad here because I can't like get my legs where I want because this whole thing's so shaky, and I know my hamstrings are bad, but she looks so bad here. Like I feel it. I still feel core on that first one, and honestly to the same level as this, but I know this looks a lot cleaner. The thing is too, I'm aiming for the 8 to 12 range. And the thing is, when you're supersetting 3 exercises like this, like even that time, that last previous movement, on the first set I did 12, on that second one I think I counted 9. I maybe could have arguably gotten a 10th, there's no way I was getting 12. And that's how I know my intensity is good. The problem that most people get when it comes to any sort of training, engaging intensity, is that they don't train hard enough. So you need to be in that 1 to 3 reps of failure in order to really see any growth. And if you're hitting 12 when you feel like you have a lot more in you, and you're able to do 12 for all 3 sets, maybe you're doing okay intensity and your rest time's good. But like for me there, because I had a drop off of 12 reps on the first set to 9 reps on the second set, I know that I'm obviously pushing myself hard enough that I can't do 12 again on the second set because I'm so gassed. So, bicycle kicks. Did 15 last time on each leg. 2, 3. Okay, and then we'll totally guess on this hollow hold again. Normally I can hold these longer, but it's always weird when you don't have a timer or willpower to live. I can go longer. Push, push, push. Let's do one more tuck. Extend. Oh, that was a good push. I'll do one more set here. Another important thing I wanted to talk about with core exercises is the importance of spinal flexion. A lot of people, when I see they do some sort of core movement, for example, say I'm on the chair, you'll get a better angle of me doing it this way than on the chair. But say I'm on the chair and I'm just going like this with my leg and my spine is still neutral, like back here is still neutral. Think of it like trying to contract your bicep without fully squeezing the muscle, you know? Like here, if you really want to squeeze the core, you have to have some sort of spinal flexion to fully engage this muscle. So it's a common thing that I see with clients is that they're constantly just there. And I'm like, nah, you gotta bring up, you know, because you really want to contract in order to get a full, like any other muscle group, you want the full extension. I'm doing it with my tricep now, but you want the full extension for my tricep. It's extended, and then contraction fully, right? So it's extended, contracted. Same thing here. You want it extended here. You want it contracted fully here. So whether that means tucking down your chin, contracting this way, depending on your hamstring flexibility, or bring your knees all the way up. See, like my hips are bad, hamstrings are not the best. Like I'm not the most flexible person. So I know that when I compensate, when it comes to a lot of core movements, floor or there, I try to bring my upper torso into my lower so that I'm getting a bigger contraction. So with different people, you might have to adjust differently, but that's how I accommodate for my own, I think, spinal flexion, right? Cross. Okay, we're going to last set. I'm not really resting, but we're going to last set here shortly. Do I have water? Let's have some water. I actually feel like I'm gonna cramp here shortly, so. Going to last set. Okay, let's see. Last set. Man, this one's so hard. Just so unstable too. But it still feels good compared to going like straight into the tucks. Just be too easy, I think, for 12 reps. It just feels awkward doing this. Oh man, okay. I got 9 last time. I feel like I'm not gonna be able to get 9, but even with the short rest, but let's try. I actually got 10, but my form wasn't the best on the 10th rep. Oh, I gotta be careful. I feel like cramp coming, but I do want to finish strong. Yeah. I'm scared if I bend down, I'm gonna cramp, but let's just stretch. Let's be careful. Okay. 2 more things. I'm not gonna lie, I know my form was breaking there. I could have contracted more and rotated more. Whew. But I got her done. I just gotta do 1 hollow hold. Yeah, this is a lot harder this time, even for the first one. I'm tuck again already. If your last set is easier than your first 2, you're doing something wrong. Yeah, I'm pretty gassed. Okay, we'll call it there for core. If you have any questions, shoot me a DM and like, follow, subscribe if you enjoyed core content.